What if a prehistoric Spinosaurus was dropped into the modern Florida Everglades? Could it rise from nothing to conquer this treacherous wetland and claim the ultimate throne? The moment you break through your eggshell, there is no joy of birth. There is only a crushing wave of regret and a primal urge to retreat from the absolute cataclysm waiting outside. Hurricane winds, screaming at 90 miles per hour, hurl sheets of rain across the swamp. Your very first breath is half freezing mist, half floodwater. A deluge of this magnitude would instantly wipe out most newborn creatures, but the affinity for water is hardwired into your Spinosaurus DNA. For millions of years, the monsoons of prehistoric North Africa were your species' playground. Your genetics are perfectly adapted to this submerged hell. But right now, you are hopelessly small. Barely 3 feet long and weighing a fragile 15 pounds, you are smaller than a modern husky. The raging floodwaters easily sweep up your frail body, tossing you violently across the surface and slamming you against submerged rocks. Panicking, your tiny limbs flail, relying purely on ancient instinct to tread water. Suddenly, a brutal wave smashes you against the trunk of a waterlogged cypress tree. In a split-second do-or-die maneuver, you dig your razor-sharp claws deep into the rough bark. For 3 agonizing hours, the hurricane tears at the swamp, but you hold on. You refuse to let go. The storm eventually breaks. You survived your first day on Earth, but as the floodwaters recede, the true nightmare begins. For 3 days, you do not find a single ounce of meat. In the Cretaceous period, the rivers were choked with massive freshwater fish. A single ambush would feed you for days. But the fish of the Florida Everglades are small, agile, and incredibly fast. Your ancestral hunting tactics are completely useless here. You lunge at a largemouth bass, but you are too slow, face-planting into the freezing mud. You try to bite a swamp turtle, but it snaps into its impenetrable shell, mocking your weak infant bite force. Starvation rapidly erodes your sanity. Driven to the edge of madness, you tear into the swamp sawgrass. But you are an obligate carnivore. Your stomach cannot process plant fiber. Within 10 minutes, you violently vomit the grass back up, leaving you weaker than before. Just as you edge toward the brink of death, you catch the scent of a rotting fish carcass. The stench is foul and agonizing to swallow, but it is the first meal that keeps you tethered to the living world. Surviving this brush with death forces you to adapt. You begin to unlock your ultimate spinosaurid hunting traits. Submerging your body, you lay perfectly still. The highly specialized, pressure-sensitive pores on your elongated snout activate. You no longer need your eyes. You can feel the microscopic vibrations of fish swimming through the murky water. You finally find your rhythm, barely carving out a foothold in this alien swamp. But peace is an illusion. The water beneath you churns. You dive down, expecting a school of fish, only to come face to face with a 6-foot bull shark. The bull shark is one of the few apex predators brave enough to hunt in fresh water. It stares at your tiny frame without an ounce of fear. To the shark, you are just meat. But you, a newborn king, know no fear either. You view it as prey. 2 predators, separated by millions of years of evolution, silently face off in the murky depths. The shark strikes first, lunging and clamping its jaws onto your tail fin. Blinding pain shoots through your spine. You hiss, frantically kicking toward the shallows. You drag your bleeding body onto the muddy bank, gasping for air. In this moment, you learn a permanent truth. Even though you were born for the water, in a world that isn't yours, you are never truly safe. 6 months pass. You shed your infant frailty, exploding to 10 feet in length and weighing over 200 pounds. Just as you master the rhythm of swamp hunting, a devastating dry season strikes. Your ambush tactics rely entirely on deep water. As the relentless sun bakes the Everglades, the wetlands crack and the sawgrass withers. For 4 days, you endure absolute starvation, your body creeping dangerously close to total collapse. Finally, you discover the last remaining sanctuary in a 100-mile radius, an 8-foot-deep sinkhole that hasn't dried up. Fish, turtles, and crustaceans are densely packed into this final oasis. It is the ultimate jackpot. But this lifeline is already claimed. 3 adult American alligators guard the water. Extreme hunger obliterates all hesitation. Ignoring the laws of the swamp, you march directly into the sinkhole. The closest alligator unleashes a deep, guttural hiss, warning you to back off. You ignore it, launching a violent frontal assault. The other two gators instantly flank you, forming a deadly three-way kill box. As you pin the first gator down, the second one strikes from your blind spot, its jaws locking onto your right front leg. The bone-crushing pressure is immense. Fighting through the agony, you use your superior weight to slam the attacker deep into the mud. A sickening crunch echoes as the gator's bones give way, forcing it to release you. But the distraction leaves you exposed. The third gator lunges, its teeth tearing directly into your iconic dorsal sail. Flesh rips. The pain is blinding. Thrashing violently, you swing your massive claws, carving 3 deep, bloody trenches across the attacker's armored back. Just as you repel the ambush, the true master of the sinkhole makes its move. A massive, 12-foot alpha alligator erupts from the depths, its jaws clamping shut around your neck. The suffocating grip of death closes in. Pushed to the absolute brink, you fight back with primordial fury. Your long arms wrap around the gator's skull, and your thumbs drive your scythe-like claws directly into the soft flesh behind its eyes. Critically wounded and blinded by agony, the alpha releases its grip. Broken and bleeding, the 3 alligators retreat from the sinkhole. Bleeding from your neck, limping on a crushed leg, with a torn sail, you claim the oasis. For 2 straight hours, you gorge yourself on the trapped fish, frantically refueling your battered body. This is the way of the Spinosaurus. Your ancestors fought tooth and nail for the prehistoric riverbeds, and fighting to the death is permanently etched into your bones. Just as the brutal dry season ends, a new, invisible killer descends upon the swamp, a severe polar vortex. For 3 consecutive nights, temperatures plummet to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. The chill is absolute. The Spinosaurus was forged in the tropical heat of prehistoric Africa. You possess 0 genetic defenses against the cold. The plunging temperatures instantly paralyze your limbs. Your body goes completely numb, locking you into a freezing, near-death stasis. You barely survive the darkest hours of the night, but as the sun finally breaches the horizon the next morning, you discover a life-saving mechanic. You shift your body, angling your massive, towering sail directly into the morning sun. You stand perfectly still for 6 hours, absorbing the heat. In this moment, you realize your colossal sail is not just for display, it is a living, biological solar panel. It rapidly absorbs and circulates the heat, thawing your frozen blood and bringing your massive body back to life. It is your ultimate trump card against the elements. Floods, droughts, and freezes. You have endured the absolute worst this modern world has to offer. The trials have burned away every ounce of your juvenile weakness. Your bones thicken, your muscles bulge, and your mind hardens. You are rapidly transforming into an unstoppable titan. Years forge you into a nightmare. You are now the undisputed apex giant of the Florida Everglades. At 45 feet long and weighing a terrifying 8 tons, your sheer mass eclipses every living creature in the state. The alligators flee at the mere sound of your footsteps. No beast dares to look you in the eye. But ascending to the absolute peak reveals a tragic, inescapable truth. This modern ecosystem cannot support a prehistoric god. An adult Spinosaurus requires nearly 90 pounds of meat every single day to survive. In the Cretaceous, a single giant sawfish could sustain you for a week. But the largest reliable prey in the Everglades maxes out at 35 pounds. The mathematical disparity is a death sentence. You are haunted by a perpetual, gnawing starvation. Desperate, you push into the coastal mangroves, where you intercept and rip apart giant invasive Burmese pythons, shattering the local food chain. You march into the saltwater estuaries, engaging in a brutal, bone-breaking war with a massive American crocodile, claiming total dominion over the coast. One day, you cross paths with an invasive, giant arapaima. You kill it with a single bite. For a brief moment, the taste of the massive, armored fish reminds you of the Cretaceous rivers. But by eating it, you sever the last biological connection to the prehistoric world you left behind. In just 1 year, your insatiable appetite strips your territory bare. The alligator populations plummet. Large fish go locally extinct. The coastal mammals migrate miles away just to escape you. You won every battle. You defeated every rival. You conquered the entire swamp. But in winning the war, you destroyed your own kingdom. As dawn breaks, you stand alone in the empty, silent shallows. Your massive sail catches the golden light of the morning sun, casting a shadow over miles of lifeless water. You are a king out of time. You have no predators, no rivals, and no equal. but you are forever trapped in a prison of endless hunger and eternal solitude.